I think deep down in our hearts, we always knew that this day was going to happen. But we prayed and hoped that it wouldn't. But we did get the word, the final confirmation from Daniel Warren Johnson himself that he is officially leaving Transformers on issue or after issue 24. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, if you love me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, you guys came to the right place. Yeah, guys, we got the news. After issue 24, Daniel Warren Johnson is calling it quits. You know, if you followed my channel since at least like I have been reading Transformers, you have known my passion towards the property, towards the book, towards Daniel Warren Johnson for the series. This has personally been the best Transformers run I have ever read. And I've read a lot of Transformers books. And he really knows how to put or give emotions to these robots in disguise. And I feel for many, even if you're a new reader to the series, you really are into this book. And the artwork that goes alongside of it, whether it was Daniel Warren Johnson doing the work or Jorge Corona doing the work, I think is very, very good. Will Transformers ever be the same once Daniel Warren Johnson actually leaves? That's the thing that I think everybody is waiting to see who the next writer actually will be. The good news, though, is at least we're not having Daniel Warren Johnson leave after issue 12. I think a lot of people were speculating that he was going to jump ship at that point because he is getting ready to do another project, or he's in the process of doing another project. And based off of the article, right, he says he wants to put 110%. And he can only write a series for so long before it really like burns him out. And he wants to do it. He wants to do justice for these characters. He wants to do justice for his family, you know, because he's pouring all his heart and soul into that. And he feels like issue 24 is the good cutoff, which I can respect the man where he knows that I'm done. And that's great. And we'll enjoy these next 12 issues of, you know, Transformers. It's still got some time here, but I know before we know it, it will be over. And then the next thing we're going to want to find out who is going to be the new writer of this series and possibly new artist. We're getting a temporary fill-in artist for issues 13 and 14, and then Jorge Corona will come back, but will he stay once Daniel Warren Johnson leaves? And again, will the series be the same? I want to know in the comments below, who would you guys want to see Transformers? And will you possibly drop it once he leaves, or will you continue and give it a shot? Of course, I'm definitely going to read it, but I don't want it to become that book like we read back in the days of IDW, where it was dialogue heavy and all you learned about was like the history and this and that. What makes Transformers special is what Daniel Warren Johnson does the best in his comics is he creates real life emotion. You feel for the characters, right? He did that in Do a Power Bomb. He did that in the Better Ray Bill series. Some would say he did that in that Wonder Woman series that he did. Murder Falcon was another series, really good, highly suggested. I want to know, I'm going to read you guys now comments on what others think based off of my Facebook group, Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. If you guys want to become that group, just go ahead, search Facebook, and, you know, follow the questions. I'll approve you. Again, it's called Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. So Lucas says he's sticking around longer than I expected, and this maybe is his longest run ever on any comic. Enjoy it while it lasts. Exactly. No time to be sad, guys. Let's make sure that, you know, we enjoy it while we have them. And again, these 24 issues are probably going to be awesome, right? These last 12 of them. All right, Ryan says, it sucks, but at least we're getting 2 years on the title with him. Not too bad these days. It is true. In any comic these days, you do not see a lot of writers stay on titles like we did in the old days of comics. If you're a younger reader, We used to get writers on comics for 10 plus years easily. The last time I've seen a writer that's been on a title for a long time, for a very long time, was like, I think Dan Slott on Spider-Man. He was there 10 years, right? So you used to get people writing stuff a long time. And Ryan also said Kirkman won't want to lose the momentum, so I assume he'll get another top talent on it. So like I said, guys, in the comments below, I want to know, who would you want to write it? And if Jorge Corona did leave the book, is there some type of artist that you would want to draw? Maybe similar style, or would you want a different style? And also, are you not a fan of this Transformers run? I want to know that too. David Reed said, hopefully they find a suitable replacement. They got another year to figure it out, which is true. All right, so let's see. Lucas says, hear me out. This means we're going to get a big crossover through the Energon universe once Daniel Warren Johnson leaves this book. He winks his eye on the emoji there. And then David sits there and says, oh my God, what are we going to do now? Daniel Warren Johnson gave us the best Transformers in years, so this last year won't be no different. That is correct. I mean, I think he's going to amp it up in these last 12 issues, gives it all he's got here. Richard says, I enjoyed the series a lot so far. I hate to say it, but that might be a good jumping off point for me. We'll see. I'll give it the new creative team at least an issue or two. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you're a specific fan of a writer or an artist, this is where people can drop off. Brad said this sucks. And then Jake says, so he's enjoying it too much, so he has to limit himself on how much fun he can have. I don't think it's that. I think he's dedicating a lot of his time and his energy into this particular project where, you know, other things are being sacrificed, like possibly like his family life, right? And then I'm sure he has other things that he wants to do, like, you know, independent things like that. And so I feel in a way he's going to leave when he's on top instead of letting the series crumble and hand it over to somebody else. I feel like there is really nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Kelly P. Anderson just says, so dumb. Bryant says, number one, I am happy that Daniel Warren Johnson stayed on Transformers as long as he did. And number two, it depends on the writer if I stay on the book. Also, 3, it will depend on the storyline. So yeah, there's a lot of determining factors here when it comes to everything, when it comes to Transformers. Like I said, this was something that we knew that was going to happen eventually. We just hope it wouldn't happen, but we finally got that confirmation. Issue 24 is it, guys. He's leaving the book. Again, one of the best runs of Transformers I have ever read in my life. And the good thing is we can always read it whenever we want. So let's enjoy the next year of Daniel Warren Johnson's writing on the book. Buy those variant covers. Enjoy that story. And guys, if you love this video, there's more content right here for you to click on. I want to hear all those comments down below. Remember, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember to read those comics so we can have great comic conversation. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.